This is an EVTV special report. Here are your hosts, Alondra and Rose.
Hello Eagle Valley, I am Alondra Escobar, your anchor.
And I'm Rose Sandell, your co-anchor.
We're coming to you today with a special report.
With today's political climate, it's important to hold ourselves accountable to what we say we care about as a community.
Our school's vision statement is expect more. Rose, do you expect more from yourself?
Only if I challenge myself within the classes I take do I expect more from myself. But I don't know if my teachers expect more from me. Do you expect more?
Well, I don't know. I guess so.
To find out if we as a community are enacting our vision of expecting more, we go to reporter Kakea Cavallero.
Expect more is said on the first day of school and practice. We use this to challenge ourselves and our community to our highest potential.
I think what we're asking for is everybody to do their best and to bring out their best in not only themselves, but those around them in every aspect of things, whether that is in their character, in their academics, or in their athletics, or whatever they're participating in.
I think it's, we have the triangles too, that we use as part of that. And the central triangle is students, teachers, and community or parents. So I kind of like to think of them as all being shareholders of that idea of expect more. So if a parent has a particular issue, I expect them to come to me, and a lot of times they'll reference it. They're like, hey, I expect more of you in the school to help my kid. And I'm like, yeah, you should. And so I think because it's in that triangle, I think teachers should expect it of their students, and students should expect it of each other, and our community should expect it of us.
I think it comes at different levels. I think that definitely in different classes and in different clubs and groups, we're pushing each other to the max that they possibly can, to their potential. I look at our volleyball team this year, and those seniors expected more from the program and held that team and the coaching staff to those higher standards.
Throughout school, there are posters promoting our vision. Even though our students and staff don't know it word for word, they all have their own ideas and impacts of it.
Our school's motto has to do with holding our students to high expectations, and that also involves our community and getting our families involved.
To have every student in the school succeed. Just how some students are advanced in school and some aren't, and they just want everyone to be the same amount of successful.
Our school vision is, the championship mindset that we have.
So our school is to improve, the life of every student and try to improve generation after generation, of knowledge.
I know that we seek to serve all students and get them career or college ready is the big thing that we push here at our school. So
We know what our school's vision is, and we all see it differently. Now we need to use it and apply it every day.
And I believe that it's on the individual to expect the most out of themselves, but I do think there's a responsibility of friends to expect more out of their friends, to let them know when they're making choices that aren't leading them to their goals. I think that's a really important piece that our school needs to address, is expect more out of each other. I think we have a long ways to go, but we're getting better on holding each other accountable so that every one of us is the best we can be, including teachers.
Expecting more is seen everywhere, every day, all the time. Whether it's reaching a new level in your game, asking your teacher for help, or trying out a new sport. Expecting more from your school, your team, and yourself allows you to reach new heights. This has been Kakea Cavallero with EVTV. Back to you in the studio.
It is time to not only expect more, but demand more of ourselves and our school. Don't you agree, Rose?
Yeah, and also our community. After all, you can't high jump over a low bar. As students, we must grow, and to grow, we must learn from failure. I messed up.
Don't worry about it. Just think about how much you've grown as a reporter since last year.
Yeah, I wouldn't have if I didn't have the opportunity to try this out and mess up and learn from it.
With more on how our students need opportunities to fail, in order to succeed, we go to Natalie Marner.
Eagle Valley High School's mission is educating every student for success, but success means different things for different individuals. Just because you get successful grades doesn't mean you've successfully learned. Of the 15 students interviewed, 12 admitted to cheating. If that sample represents our entire community, that would mean 80% of our students are cheating. Why did you feel the need to cheat?
because I didn't study.
Because the whole class was.
Because I didn't study. So one time I overheard the answer to a question in Mr. Beard's freshman seminar class. And so I put it in because I didn't know what the correct answer is, but then I felt so bad, so I told him afterwards.
I don't know, because sometimes I just don't want to fail, and I want to get a good grade so I can pass and not retake it.
Because I'm afraid to fail.
Students cheat because they don't want to fail. But if they cheat, they've already failed because they haven't learned. If success at Eagle Valley is really about learning, then we as a community need to recognize that it's okay to fail.
What I think is one of the most important lessons that you gain from failure, and that is, A, you have to try and not be afraid to fail, or you'll never do anything. And B, when you do fail, you have to be determined to figure out why you failed and how you can succeed.
Failure is important because it forces you to be honest with yourself about where you actually are.
The great Dan Gable said, learn from your mistakes, learn from trial and error. Just, dang it, quit making the same errors over and over again. Failure is not a bad thing.
I think it's difficult. Is going to be something that you're not going to succeed at right away.
I failed. I failed myself. I felt like I failed my family, like I failed everyone. And that ended up being the biggest blessing that ever happened. Like, I think that failure is the biggest teacher on how to succeed, because after that, I learned how to overcome adversity. I learned that you're not entitled, you're not privileged to anything. Life is a lot about taking advantage of your opportunities.
If the process of failure involves self-reflection and advice from supportive resources, then failure is not only okay, it is crucial for growth. So, what needs to happen to better educate every student for success? Well, I don't know, but I do know we're going to fail a couple times on our way to figuring it out, and that's okay. This has been Natalie Marner with EVTV. Back to you in the studio.
I want to learn, and I know failure is a part of the process. There isn't time to fail. You take a test, you get an F, and some teachers don't even give back the test to see where we failed.
How can I fail when I don't even know what areas I'm failing in? As a school, we need to reassess failure and how we can learn to accept it and improve in the areas enough to succeed from it.
And once we do that, we'll really be educating every student for success.
Even though there are flaws within our school, it is up to the students as well to engage and look up at what is happening within the school.
We now go to a message from Xavier Sonor about students' responsibilities in taking ownership of our community.
We walk in these hallways every day, but are we ever really aware? Aware of our surroundings, aware of the people we pass in the halls every day, aware of what's actually going on in our community. Look up. Take advantage of the opportunities available to you here. Learn the names and the stories of those who walk in the hallways. See the cultural diversity of our community. Look up. And once you do, you'll be aware. Aware of your environment, your community, and your role. And you can use that awareness to help improve the community for yourself and others. Look up. When we all look up together, we'll be able to change our community in positive ways that consider all of our perspectives. If we come together as one, we can change this. And when you do, you might notice you're not the only one who is looking up.
We have to start expecting more from ourselves, our school, and each other.
If we never look up, ask ourselves the tough questions, or engage ourselves in the community, then nothing will ever change.
Thank you for watching this special report from EVTV.
We'll see you Thursday for our mid-season finale on EVTV.